Life has an odd way of imparting lessons to us. The harder we strive to manage every tiny detail, the timing, the outcomes, how others react, the more drained and frustrated we feel. We meticulously plan our lives, down to the smallest steps, believing that if we push harder, hold on tighter, and never relent, everything will finally align. But what if I told you the reverse is true? That when you cease forcing, stop clinging and begin trusting, things start to flow effortlessly. It's not about surrendering. It's about recognizing where your true strength lies. Centuries ago, the Stoics mastered this mindset. Marcus Aurelius wrote about embracing what comes naturally and not squandering energy battling reality. He knew that fighting things beyond our control only breeds suffering. The real struggle is internal, training your mind to focus on what you can shape and releasing the rest. That's what we're exploring today, a mindset shift that can revolutionize how you approach success, relationships, and your inner peace. If you're constantly stressed, feeling like no matter what you do, things don't go your way, there's a reason. You might be gripping too tightly to things not meant to be controlled. This video isn't just another self-help talk. It's about something deeper, living with true confidence, moving through life with calm certainty instead of frustration and anxiety. Trust me, if you stay until the end, you'll leave with a fresh perspective on achieving what you want without desperately chasing it. Before we dive in, I have a quick free favor to ask. If you value what we're doing here, hit the subscribe button. It takes a second, but helps share this content with more people who need it. Let's get started. We spend so much time fixating on results, waiting for that job offer, hoping a relationship works out, stressing over whether our efforts will pay off. We convince ourselves that if we work a bit harder, push a little more, we can make things go our way. But what happens? The tighter we hold to a specific outcome, the more anxious we grow. The process stops feeling rewarding, and our happiness hinges entirely on something we can't fully control. That's where we trap ourselves. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus taught that we suffer not because of events, but because of our attachment to how we want things to unfold. He said, don't wish for things to happen as you desire. Instead, wish for what happens to happen as it should, and you'll find peace. In other words, instead of tying your joy to a particular result, focus on what you can control. Your actions, your discipline, your mindset, and let go of the rest. Think of an artist creating a masterpiece. If they obsess over perfecting every brushstroke, worrying about others' judgments, they'll never find a creative flow. But when they let go of the final result and focus solely on painting, something remarkable happens. They immerse themselves in the moment. The work feels effortless, and ironically, that's when their best art emerges. This principle applies to all of life: work, relationships, personal growth. When you stop fixating on how things must turn out, you free yourself to enjoy the journey. This is especially true in relationships. Have you ever seen someone try too hard to impress another person? Their energy feels forced, needy, almost desperate. And what happens? It repels people. But when someone is confident, at ease with themselves, and not obsessed with a specific outcome, they naturally draw others in. Why? Because they're not driven by fear. They trust that what's meant to happen will. That's the power of detachment. Now let's talk about success. So many believe that if they don't hit a specific goal by a certain time, they've failed. They treat life like a strict checklist. Graduate by this age, earn this much, get married, achieve this level of success. If things stray from the plan, they spiral into self-doubt. But here's the truth. Success isn't a linear path. It's full of twists, setbacks, and unexpected possibilities. If you're too attached to one outcome, you might miss a better one life is trying to offer. Pause and ask yourself, what am I holding on to too tightly? What goal, expectation, or outcome is stressing me out? Now imagine releasing that grip, not giving up, but trusting that whatever happens, you'll be fine. That's detachment. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop needing things to go a certain way to feel at peace. So how do you apply this in real life? First, remind yourself daily that outcomes are beyond your control. You can only control your effort, discipline, and mindset. Second, reframe your thinking. Instead of, I need this to happen, shift to, I trust that whatever happens will aid my growth. Finally, focus on the present moment. The more you immerse yourself in now, the less the future controls you. Life throws challenges at us constantly. Some days, everything flows smoothly. Others, it feels like the world is against you. The difference between those who crumble under pressure and those who thrive isn't luck. It's mindset. How you think shapes how you experience life. If you don't master your mind, it will master you. You can't always control external events, the economy, others' actions, unexpected obstacles, but you can control your response. That's where true power lies. When you shift from reacting to responding, everything changes. Psychologist William James, often called the father of modern psychology, said the greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. This echoes what the Stoics taught. You don't have to believe every thought that crosses your mind. You don't have to let every tough moment define you. Instead, you can train yourself to reframe situations, step back, and see them from a new angle. Here's an example. Imagine you're struggling at work. You keep making mistakes. Your boss is on your case, and you feel like you're failing. One approach is to think, I'm awful at this. I'll never improve. Maybe I'm just not good enough. That's a fixed mindset, and it traps you in self-doubt. But what if you shift that thought? What if you imagine a young artist dreaming of fame? They pour their heart into their craft, but aren't getting the recognition they crave. They have two paths: become frustrated, lose faith, and quit, or trust that every brushstroke, every piece, is preparing them for something greater, even if they can't see it yet. Those who trust the process keep going, and eventually arrive where they're meant to be. We live in a world of instant gratification, fast food, fast information, fast success. We're conditioned to think if something doesn't happen quickly, it's not worth waiting for. But some things, relationships, personal growth, mastering a skill, require patience. Socrates said, to do is to be. Growth lies in the process, not just the outcome. If you're always focused on when something will happen, you miss who you're becoming along the way. But how do you stay patient when it feels like nothing's moving? The Stoics would say, focus on what's in your control. You can't control timing, but you can control your actions. Keep showing up, keep working, keep growing. Most importantly, trust that if something is meant for you, it will come. Not too early, not too late. One of Stoicism's greatest lessons is acceptance. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together." Instead of fighting life's timing, embrace it. If things aren't happening as fast as you'd like, maybe you're still becoming the person ready for them. Have you ever noticed that when you chase something desperately, it slips further away? A job, a relationship, success. The more frantic your energy, the more things evade you. It's as if the universe senses desperation and pulls back. But when you act with calm confidence, everything aligns naturally. The Stoics understood this. Epictetus said,